Loveline.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, decent measured Bible.
And Adam, you came in with articles tonight. I'm shocked. 2 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what to do.
I know. You know, things funny. Let me say things funny about Drew. God, honestly.
What's funny?
I'll be honest about Drew.
You're gonna tell me what's funny about me or peculiar?
Funny bad.
Peculiar.
Drew, I was asking this question. My wife, she had no answer for it. But Drew is what you would almost think of as sort of a studious guy. He likes to have tasks put in front of him. And you know, the other thing I appreciate about Drew is he's open to critique and criticism. He enjoys it. He looks at it as a way to make himself better, and this is why we enjoy it, because I love critiquing, and Drew doesn't mind being critiqued.
Just as a point of feedback for you, there's a fine line in your world between critique and abuse, strangely enough.
This may cross back and forth over that line many times. All right, here's what I'm saying. Drew is a guy who, if Ann comes in here and says, I need you to read these station liners, Drew wants to do it immediately. And Drew is a guy that really can't sit still for more than a second without picking something up and absorbing some knowledge or something like that. But yet, if you say to Drew, bring in something, give me your thoughts on something, show up with something, he doesn't really do it that often.
Not that often.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
I've been actually
for a guy who loves this sort of thing, not really.
Right.
We did a radio show over the Christmas break. I said to Drew, go collect this data, go do this, make some notes, give some thoughts. And the day we were going to go do the show, Drew showed up with nothing and said, I don't have a notebook. Can I borrow a notebook? But that's like a bad student. That's what a bad student would do, right?
I actually had on my desk, I had 8 different articles, and you would change topics on me so many times. I thought, I'm just going to go in and react, see what happens. Because I'd read everything. I'd read all the articles.
You had
but I forgot
not a piece of paper in your hand. Everyone else had a briefcase full of stuff. Drew had 0. The F students.
But I had read the article. I'll bring the articles tomorrow.
All right, but you know what I'm saying, Drew?
Yeah.
Then, you know, what is that?
It's something to do with radio.
It's something to do with radio.
Because nothing else in my life is that way.
I know, and that's the thing that's confusing, because Drew loves preparation. Yeah. He loves paperwork. He loves all things academia. But yet, if you told him to go and bring in some thoughts and some ideas and some clippings, he might not bring it in.
My experience has taught me that if I launch into anything, it ain't going to go very far before you pounce on me.
How about bringing something in? You're not even a notebook, Drew.
Got all this stuff. This is all articles I bring in constantly.
All right. Never heard one on the air. However, the guy who was put on academic probation at L.A. Valley College. That is and by the way, that is junior college in the San Fernando Valley.
Oof. Not just anywhere.
No. That's not junior college in the Boston area. That's junior college in the San Fernando Valley. That's junior college.
Got it.
Okay?
Isn't that voice great tonight? This is pathetic.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Sick.
It's been raining like a MFer out here in Southern California, like biblical-style rain.
Truly.
Crazy novelty rain.
Where you think, oh, my God, should we build an ark?
It was like the power or the satellite went out over at Kimmel's house today. We're all watching the playoff games, and the satellite went out.
Just from the intense rain.
Yeah, just pelting the dish. All of a sudden, there's 12 guys with no pro football, no playoff football. Guys going insane.
But no doubt, there was a lot of beer and a bong.
A lot of beer and bong. And what do we do? What are we going to do? So we all piled in the cars, and we went over to my house to go watch it. But when we got out of the cars, it was like, it's one. Sometimes the rain falls from the sky, and other times it seems like it's thrown from the sky. Just people being pelted, like holding their hands up and screaming, holding things over their heads, just making noise. About 2:30 in the afternoon. It's been running, and it, like you barely see in front of you, like.
And it wasn't like that went on for 8 seconds. That went on for like 4 hours like that.
Yeah, it's nice. So,
you brought an article in.
Yeah, I brought an article. Well, I brought 2 articles in, and I, one of these I saw when I was over at working over Kimmel's last week. And the other one, somebody brought up, one of the writers had brought up at the table. And I thought to myself, this is why I hate the right, and this is why I hate the left, the extreme ends. And people, I think people think of us as, oh, you guys are righty or lefty or whatever.
They don't know what to think of us.
They don't know what to think of us. But there is a reason to hate the extreme on either side.
So this is the right article I'm pointing at
This
here.
represents the worst on both sides. You do yours first.
The one article was a large-scale study on the morning after pill, the emergency contraception, the non-abortive, non-abortion, just a birth control pill, just like one you take before you have sex, but used afterwards. What happens to people's behavior if they're given this pill? Easy access.
Right. Now,
guess what?
We knew because these questions all came up with condoms 25 years ago.
Right.
Well, if we give them condoms, that's going to be their ticket to open sexuality.
Right. And there's you pointed out an amazing quote in here from a woman, Wendy Wright of Concerned Women of America.
I did like this one, yeah.
The morning after pill is a pedophile's best friend.
Which I thought to myself,
oh my God.
I said to someone, this sounds like the world's worst lozenge. Pedophile's best friend, used by Norwegian fishermen. Wow. Hey,
treats women like sex machines.
With a name like this, it's got to be good. That would be my lozenge thing. But yeah, it treats women. This pill treats women like sex machines. Yeah,
how bizarre is that thinking?
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, this is a woman who is struggling with her own sexuality,
or something.
Has deep-seated issues. I would go so far as to say she's probably suffered a little molestation, or a little abuse. It seems like someone who's survived some trauma, whatever it is. Or maybe she just has a retarded religious ideology. Fine. Now, here's my only thing on this kind of stuff. You disagree with this being given out to people. You don't like the idea that people can have sex out of wedlock. You don't like the idea that people can have multiple sexual partners without the possibility, without what you would call the consequences. That's fine. Good. Just say that's how you feel and try to get sex outlawed.
Listen, I think it's even more. They should say, I don't like young people having sex, but fine. That's fine.
I respect it. That's your opinion. We can have a discussion about it. But instead, they go lobby Walmart so they don't carry it.
And by the way, there is a group now starting not to be willing to prescribe any hormonal contraceptives, the birth control pill at all. And that's a viable position, too. If you don't want the emergency contraception and you don't want any kind of hormonal contraceptive or pill, okay, I can understand that. Right. That's a defensible position.
Right. And just keep in mind, religious tards, the folks you hate so much wearing the turbans on the other side of the ocean over there, they're religious fanatics, too.
Yeah.
I know your religious fanaticism is better than theirs somehow, but believe me, they believe in their false whatever just as much as you believe in your retarded whatever. And who has to pay? The atheists.
You know what they've both been agreeing on lately is that the sinners in Indonesia and in Thailand were paid for their sins.
Sure.
These poor people who were victimized have to be victimized again for being responsible for what happened to them.
Well, because look, if God did bad things to good people, then maybe there isn't a God. There has to be a reason everything happens. Otherwise, it might bring into question their precious God. Now, Drew, there's something else in this article, I believe, that talks about how, the FDA basically did a study on whether it was safe.
It's always been safe.
And it's always been safe.
Yes.
But then somebody decided,
one guy overruled the whole group.
One guy decided, I don't need to read all this scientific data. I'm just going to make it...
Then when he was scrutinized for maybe behaving in a political, having that position for political reasons, he went, well, there's not enough data on adolescents. So they go, okay, now we got the data on adolescents. Now what are you going to do?
Right.
They got it, by the way. They got the data.
So meanwhile, those who claim to want to put an end to abortion... That
should be all over this bill.
Of course they
this
should
is
be all over the bill.
This is going to eliminate abortion.
They don't care about that, though. They care about people having sex out of wedlock, and they care about what you do, and they care about telling you what to do. They're not so interested in whatever it says they're interested in. Everyone, please understand that. Whenever somebody writes a letter... They should. Here's what I'm going to keep. I want a list of people that write letters, and they're all on my S list. Right?
And what's your other one?
My other one. Left. Okay, so now this is the far right.
Yeah.
This is the religious tards that are effing up the world for us. And then here's the far left. This is why it's hard to tell who's worse. I don't know. For some reason, I like the right.
You like them better?
I like them better because the left is smarter, but they're angrier.
Right.
All right.
So, right. They make you feel that by not being a part of them, that something's wrong with you.
Right.
The right just wants you to fall in line.
This is basically a mother in New York who's has like 5 or 6 kids, who is given birth. Well, she has let's see, custody. She's lost custody of her children, ranging in age of from 8 months to 12 years old. And neglect hearings dating back to 2000. She has 6 kids that are in foster care.
Oh.
6 that are in foster care, everybody. And it's all state expense. And,
I read the article. Let me guess. The court is trying to get her to stop having children.
Two of the kids, by the way, yes, Drew. 2 of the 6 are. She has 7 kids altogether. One of them's staying with an aunt.
Which one's staying with the prison system?
Well, first off, I don't want to say anything, but definitely a Jew.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Of course.
Her name's Georgette, so, you know. It's Jewish. I think it's in the Bible. This is in the Talmud or the Torah. All right, the point is I don't know what the nationality of the person is. It's impossible to tell. But the point is 6 kids in foster care. One of them raised by the aunt. Here's how you know they're Jewish. 2 of the kids addicted to crack cocaine. And the court basically wants to put her on birth control.
Yes.
And guess who stepped
ACLU.
in? ACLU. Oh, no way. No way. No way they're going to let this woman have her rights taken away. Very slippery slope, Drew.
Slippery slope,
Slippery
Adam.
slope. Slippery slope.
Next thing you know, they'll be hanging children
Moms,
as preventing them from becoming a burden on the system.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
This is where it starts.
Yes.
This is where it starts, Drew.
That is the most retarded logic on the planet.
Now, sure, she's got 7 kids. She doesn't raise any of them. 2 of them are addicted to crack. She's had them taken away through multiple court hearings. But we say it's okay for her to not have an 8th kid, and we got trouble as a society.
We're going down separate
and next thing you know, we have young married couples very much in love with no criminal histories attempting to have a kid, and jackbooted thugs coming right in the bedroom, ripping the child out of the baby's arms.
Or ripping the
mother's
uterus,
arms.
or injecting her with some sort of...
slippery slope,
yes,
bro.
of course.
Slippery slope.
Yes.
Slippery slope. It's just like Kevorkian. You say it's okay for him to put people in advanced stages of Lou Gehrig's disease out of their misery so they don't choke on their own saliva in the middle of the night.
How dare you?
Next thing you know, your kid comes in for a Pop Warner physical. How old's your kid, Drew?
12.
He wants to play some Pop Warner?
Put him down.
He comes in, wants to get a physical. Doctor puts a pillow over his head, stuffs it right out.
What are you going to do? Nothing you can do. Adam.
Nothing you can do.
That's slippery slope.
You say it's okay for Kevorkian. Your kid gets snuffed out on a Pop Warner physical? Nothing.
That's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Slippery slope. And ACLU, before you dig into them too hard, they do some good work, like spending tons of taxpayers' money trying to get rid of the very small micro-sized cross on the seal
in Los
Angeles, or making sure that guys on death row can't submit a DNA sample.
Or making sure the copy of the 10 Commandments is...
gets blown up from in front of the library. Yeah, I mean, they're really doing the Lord's work. So you should hate the far left, and you should hate the far right.
Right.
And we as a society, we as a majority, all of us in the middle, I mean, look at it this way. You got your right and you got your left. The majority, the lion's share of this country is obviously everyone else. But we don't write letters. We don't pipe up.
Right.
You know what we have? You know what this country is?
we have, the rest of us have happiness.
Yes.
We're busy living our lives.
We have super loud little, here's what it is. We have loud barking. There's like 3 super loud chihuahuas on the right and 3 super loud chihuahuas on the left.
A bunch of Labradors
and the
hanging
bunch
out.
of us just a bunch of Labradors. And what we need to crush them. It's time to hop the fence, bite their necks, and put them down. We need them to shut up. Here's what we need to do. Shut up. Shut up. Go back to your crappy. Go yell at your stepdad who molested you. Stop rubbing your crap all over society.
Yes.
Please. You righties, I'm going to build a time machine so you can go back in high school and get laid. All you fat, ugly broads who can't stand the morning after pill because of you got passed over at the prom 3 years in a row. I'm going to send you back. I'll put a little rouge on. I'll get some guy to nail you. And then you can shut up. And we can all get on with our lives. No, instead, and that's all. The newspapers, every story, every news story, it's all dominated. Oh, they want to take down the 10 Commandments. Oh, they don't want they want cigarettes banned from the beach. Oh, it's just so much of nothing. Just please, you idiots, just shut up. All you PETA guys, all you ACLUers, just kill yourself and let us get on with our lives. Would you do that? Could we just move forward? Please? please, or go to whatever beloved country you think is so much better than this one. Please leave all the Labradors in the middle alone. We just want to sniff a little ass. I got to take a leak. I want to chase a Frisbee. That's all. We just want to enjoy ourselves. We don't want to hear your yapping from the other side of the fence. And that's all you are. It's just yap, 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 yap. Mm-hmm. All right, Drew, I've done 15 minutes worth of yapping.
All right, good.
You ready to rock?
Yeah, I am.
Who do you hate more? Who do you think? Who in this story?
I don't like...
You don't like the ACLU?
I don't like this. Either side that takes the holier-than-thou attitude.
Right.
That you have to be foolish or something wrong with your thinking or you're a disturbed person if you don't see it their way. That's aggressive and angry. And I don't dig that.
Here's my sincere hope. ACLU, this chick craps out an 8th kid, and he puts a shiv in the kid of one of these ACLU homos. Mm. Yes? Mm. That's the way it works. And then on the right, you can be done with all the morning after thing, and we can just populate the planet with a bunch of unwanted criminals. Right?
Perfect.
There it is. That's what we're both heading that direction. Just putting more criminals and unwanted people on the planet.
And then keeping them free to do whatever they want.
Well,
that's yeah. Hey, by the way, are you dying of heat in here? It is stuffy
warm.
in here. What the hell? I've got the thermometer, the air conditioning on 52 degrees. It's 80.
All right.
Here we go.
Antonio?
What's cracking?
You're 19?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I love Crank Yankers. I think that show's hilarious. And I've been listening to you guys for years, and I love the advice you give.
Thank you. All new season of Crank Yankers starting soon.
And you didn't invite me to do one.
Maybe this week.
I'm getting jealous now.
Wednesday, actually.
Wednesday.
I'm very aware.
I hear they're playing a bunch of old man shows again.
I heard they were, yeah. Wednesday, what time? 9:30?
Wednesday at 10 or 10:30, is it?
10:30. All right, everybody.
All right.
Look that up, Chris.
Antonio, here we go.
Go ahead.
All right, my question is, what constitutes as a healthy sex life? Because I don't have a regular sex life, and I only masturbate once to twice a week. And I was watching TV, and I saw that it's healthy to masturbate at least once a day.
No.
How does he say masturbate, by the way?
Say that again. Tells you to do what once? What are you supposed to do more than once a day?
It's healthy to masturbate at least once a day.
He said it.
All right.
And so
it's not unhealthy to do that, and some people, that's sort of their normal biological rhythm.
Right.
But I think twice a week is I know Adam has trouble believing this, given his healthy and long-standing habit. But twice a week's about average, I think, for most people.
Not for a 19-year-old.
Yeah, maybe 3 times a week.
Yeah, maybe if you're in a full body cast, that's 3-4 times a week. But I'm telling you, single 19-year-old guys, I mean, given the space.
They'll given the time and the space, they'll get around it.
Yeah. Antonio sounded like he had a lot of time. I'm not sure about the space part. Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Do you live at home?
Yes. Well, for the time being.
But right now.
Right now, you're living at home. Are you looking for a job?
I'm actually starting school on Tuesday. I'm starting college on Tuesday. And
Junior college?
No, actually, it's a full school. It's a regular school. It's a accelerated program, so I'll be done in 3 years. But it's still school.
Technical school.
What is 3 years? There's no technical school for 3 years. What kind of school?
It's the American Intercontinental University. Is what it is. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like I'm not choosing to have sex. It's just
no. You're fine, Antonio. You're fine. You're normal. Don't the shoulds and the shoulds. What you ought to and what you should. They're quite a range there. What's healthy and what's not.
All right. Drew, what's wrong with you?
I'm sick.
Well, blow into something.
It won't help. It won't help.
It won't? Mm-mm. Well, drink some honey water or something.
And?
Erica?
Yes.
You're 20?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I've been with the same guy for 2 years now, and I'm really sure that he's the one, but lately I've been having, these really crazy fantasies about his roommate.
Oh, well, then, of course, he must be the one, then.
Well, what's good about his roommate?
I don't know. I guess it's just, something that I can't have, Because I'd never act upon, these fantasies or anything.
Yeah.
It's like the forbidden fruit,
Oh, he's gay?
Huh? No, he's not gay.
Oh, just call him a fruit.
What? I don't understand. How long have you been with your boyfriend?
It'll be 2 years in March.
Mm-hmm.
And how's the relationship going?
It's going good.
And how often do you guys have sex?
I mean, it's at least 5 times a week.
Okay. And yet you're still having roommate fantasies.
What's hot about the roommate? I mean, the roommate could just be a very attractive guy.
Or I'm wondering if she's not getting that mode. Someone when they're about to get married will get a wild hair.
I'm trying to figure that one out. Erica?
Yeah. Wait.
She's not going to help us,
What's hot about the guy? Is there something about the roommate that's exceptional?
I mean, he's not like supermodel type or whatever.
Does he have lots of other girls going for him?
No.
Does he have a girlfriend?
No.
Is there some... Okay, can you please just answer me? Is there something very attractive about him?
That we should know?
Yeah.
Something specific?
No. I think it's just the fact that he's there. I mean, because before my boyfriend, I was...
take that note down, Adam. You got that? It's because
he's there.
There, you got it. That's it.
Well, you're having fantasies about a guy and you can't even admit he has nice eyes or something?
I think it is that she opened with, this is the guy, I'm settling down. And as soon as a woman really starts thinking that way, sometimes they'll get a,
Well, especially when they're 20. Okay,
He was really sweet.
There's three things, and we'll rule one of them out. One is the guy's just smoking hot.
She says no.
Okay, we're ruling that one out.
Two,
they've been together for 2 years, and it's kind of coasting. Like you're with someone at 18. Okay, I'd say it's almost a little mixture, but it's more three, which is they're getting...
No. Three, there's other women. She's just got to compete with other women. He's got a bunch of girls going on to him. He looked at her a nice way. I got to get ahead of the line here.
You know what I'm saying? Don't talk. Let's get through a dry erase board and you just write your stuff down.
No,
that's not three. Three is what you said, which is they're going to get married.
Yeah.
She's been with the guy since high school, and she realized this is about it.
Yeah.
Which is why you don't get married at 20, and why when you're with someone from 17 or 18, you should break up by 20.
Yeah.
And then just keep moving. Erica?
Yeah.
All right. And why are you guys thinking about marriage and whatever?
Or are you?
You're 20.
I mean, not right now. I'm in college and everything, and I want to finish school before we get married or whatever. But, I mean, we do see a future together.
Okay. Well, look, here's the thing.
We don't.
Obviously.
We don't see that future.
Obviously, you want to marry this guy? I mean, you've been together since 18.
Yeah.
Have you been with other guys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, here's the thing, Erica. Don't think about the marriage.
Yeah.
Don't think about the future. Just go to school. Because when you start putting the pressure of the I'm going to be with him for the rest of my life thing, then it almost forces your hand. You have to act out a little bit.
There is a possibility that option 2 is in here, that things are winding down more than she realizes.
Let me say this. It's like a bar of soap you're holding in your hand.
Yeah.
You start squeezing it, it's going to shoot out. Don't squeeze. And you think, like, I got to hang on to it tighter? Relax your grip a little.
Saying, Adam,
it'll stay.
Just like a butterfly.
Like a bird.
You must let it go.
You got to let it, set it free.
Set it free.
Set it free.
And if it comes back.
Then
you know.
Okay. No bird ever comes back, by the way.
Kidding.
There's no bird. Every bird you see out there, somebody used to own. They're all ones that got set free and never came back.
That is the most retarded logic.
It's true. No, I know the song is retarded, but I just mean there's no bird that's ever come back. Try everyone do yourselves do me an experiment. Take your bird, put it out in the yard.
Or a butterfly, or any of those nice little
anything that flies.
Animals, yes.
Let it go. See if it comes back.
Ever.
Drew, every crow you see out there.
In fact, every day let one go and see which one comes back.
Every pigeon you see out there. Everyone. Somebody
let it go.
And it flew away. Did you know that?
I have no doubt.
Chris, did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, he's a quick on the draw tonight.
All right.
One more call.
Let me just say this about the range of pigeons. Pigeons are a weird animal that we can't figure out whether we like or not, because if you go to the parks, like, oh, pigeons, oh, they're flying rats. Mm-hmm. They crap on everything. But pigeons, during the war, we used to use them for like carrier pigeons. Pigeons. What bird has saved more human lives than pigeons? Yeah. If you think about it, pigeons fly like 50 miles an hour. They used them in World War II and stuff. They just put notes on them and send them back to home base. And they return. I mean, they're sort of smart and they're really fast and they had some use. I mean, we didn't use crows. People don't seem to have a beef with crows.
Right.
We use a few falcons by the airport every once in a while, or a hawk or two. But really, many of pigeons probably got killed in wartime. Probably hundreds of pigeons being shot down and stuff like that. Yeah, but imagine. We should take it easy on pigeons.
Good point.
Give them a break. Huh?
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right. Let's take a break, Drew.
All right.
But let's give pigeons a break. But I'll tell you, Drew, my attack crow idea.
That's a good one.
And let me say this. I got a couple of things to say before we go to break. I was watching 60 Minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Anyone, Chris, I know you won. I don't want to spoil it. I'm sure, Tiva, you know who won.
Right.
But it ended with the old guy. The thing is on 60 Minutes, thank you, they did a whole thing on dogs smelling cancer. Skin cancer, urine, bladder cancer, and all of a sudden, yes, dogs can't smell. Now, how many years ago was I saying that these dogs...
At least 4 or 5.
Maybe 6.
Yes.
Smelling venereal disease.
Yes.
Yes. And
easier.
Okay. The other, so I'm like Nostradamus.
Yes.
I come up with these things, and then not hundreds of years later, but like 6 months later, stuff comes around because I want to hang out and enjoy it.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Now, the other thing was that's going to come to fruition is my attack crows.
Oh, you think?
Oh, yeah.
For what purpose? What
here's the thing. Crows...
The police force?
Yeah, crows are mean.
Oh, yeah.
Crows are super mean, and they're scary.
Yeah.
And they will easily, you screw with a nest, and then your cat walks around, a crow just dive bombing,
Yeah.
It's all this non-lethal force stuff. How about 3 or 4 crows?
Yeah.
Guy's out in front of the bank, he's holding a gun, he's going to shoot himself, he's holding a knife. Send in the crows. Forget about the bean bags and the bouncing. Some girl died rioting in Boston a few months ago because she got hit with a beanbag. That crow ain't going to kill anybody. But if 6 or 8 crows come at your head, you drop whatever you're holding and run. You have to run, and you have to flail.
Or how about like 30 crows? Send a troop of crows.
If you have
then they can't shoot at them or anything.
If there's a bigger problem, but this will break up riots. I send in my attack crows, everyone scatters.
You're right.
And then I use them for personal security, too. There's my crows. I got 4 or 5 crows traveling with me.
Straighten a rock out.
They're all just sitting right on the parapet of the building. When I come walking in, when I come out, they're just hovering over my head again. Attack crows. Anyone mess with me?
Do they have
boom,
earpieces?
dive bombing. They're so mean. They would do it. It would be easy to train. They're smart as hell. Yeah. And there's nothing you can do. I don't care how muscle bound you are. I don't care if you're like an 8th degree black belt in Taekwondo. 6 or 8 crows go coming at your head, claws and beaks, and you just run it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it can't really do any damage.
Yeah.
Pay a scratch, a cornea, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Huh?
Yeah. I like that. We need some law enforcement to call us tonight. All right, we got to set this in motion.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Got my hair cut yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I can really tell.
Yeah. I mean, they buzzed a lot of love. Everybody see that? Yeah. So it's like pretty much buzz cut, which I didn't want. And last thing my wife said before I left the house was, "Don't let them cut it too short." I said, "Don't worry." But I go to model cuts, $10.
Is this the same guy that?
No, this is all husky Latino women.
Nice.
And got quite a nice selection of magazines to choose from. They got Latino Entrepreneur, Business Mom, like all these just red book. Here's what I'm saying. I see this at the dentist office. I see it at the... Throw in one goddamn car and driver. Could you? Shouldn't there be a rule? Just one. Maybe someone with a penis comes in here and wants to look at a car magazine. Do you have to have a stack this high of red books and In Styles and all Vogue and all the... Oh, and then there's the one with the haircuts in it. And then there's really had like all the specific one, like Latin Mom and Latin Entrepreneur and all that stuff. Just one... Everyone drive. Hey, by the way, everyone who came to your establishment, they took a car. It's just one. Just throwing one car. Just one car magazine. So I was just sitting there reading Latin Entrepreneur or Mom or something, and I said to the chick, I said, just give me, just give me a trim. And she said, number 4 clipper. Oh. And I said, yeah, I don't know. I just want to trim. I just want to trim. Number 4 clipper, okay? Uh-oh. I said, yeah, I guess it's okay. And I started looking down at Latin Mom, and I noticed big clumps of hair landing in my lap. And I looked up, and most of my hair was gone. And I said, whoa, wow, this is really short. I just want to trim. She said, you said number 4. It's like, okay. I just realized, well,
get what you pay for.
Yeah, $10. $10. But it's all going to grow back. But I just that's my part. That's the part of life. That's where I wish I just had my recording.
Yeah.
You told me number 4.
We need life needs a TiVo, doesn't it?
It really does.
So let's play it back. Let's say it back.
I did say I just said give me a light trim 3 times. You said number 4 3
Here's
times,
what I'm
and I said okay.
About. If you play it back to them, will they still see it the same way? You understand?
I do.
The distortions are so profound.
I do, because I see once in a while when John Stossel goes undercover and he shows up at the unscrupulous transmission repair place. He brings a little clamshell video recorder, and the guy says, "No, I never said you needed a new seal." And then he goes, "Oh yeah, well I have you on video." And the guy's like, "All right, good day."
I said, "Good day, sir."
Throws him out of the place. Yeah. All right, you ready to go here, Drew? Yeah. Katie?
Yeah.
20.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 20. I'm sorry. Yeah, hi.
Hi. What's going on?
What's up?
Well, I was dating a guy for about a year, and we were having sex pretty regularly, about 5 times a week. And I would orgasm from oral sex probably like 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And we actually broke up a few months ago, about 3, I guess. Not that I'm keeping track, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And, after I regained my sex drive about 6 weeks ago, I started masturbating with a vibrator about 4 or 5 times a week.
Wait, step back a minute. What do you say about after what, your sex drive? Regaining it?
Oh, after the breakup, I was just kind of, I was sad,
You were depressed. All right. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's when I doubled down, by the way, with the masturbation.
No doubt.
Yeah. It's not just tears coming out of me.
Yeah, so I started masturbating like 4 or 5 times a week with my vibrator. I was hooking up with someone else, but I really preferred my vibrator just because I climax a lot more easily from it. And
it's also less hassle, less ambivalence. If you're really not into the person, it's sort of weird and uncomfortable. And
you don't have to shave your legs.
Listen, how far out of the relationship are you now? 4 months, you say?
About 3 months, but
3 months. It takes a good 6 months to really get over.
Well, you're not interested in the new guy you've been hooking up with, are you?
No.
I'm ambivalent.
No, it's uncomfortable, weird.
You'd be into him if you were into him.
Like, Katie, just start dating around. Rebound. Yeah, relax. Don't be in such a hurry. Just.
But see, the thing that's freaking me out is I don't know any other women that masturbate 4 or 5 times a week, and it's starting to, I don't know, it's concerning me. Like, do I need an intervention?
No, you're fine. You're fine. If you start not going to
be
school,
part of it, if you had an intervention, it'd be great. It'd be weird talking to your dad,
mom, your dad, your employer.
I know you don't want to hear this, but
here's how it's affecting me.
It's affecting me. I live 2,000 miles away in Los Angeles,
and my soul grieves each and every day. Katie.
Yeah.
You calling from Pittsburgh?
I am calling from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, guys playing the Jets this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, baby.
You're fine.
Thank you very much.
You're fine, Katie. Relax.
Throw that terrible towel down and get that vibrator out and get busy.
If you're not having consequence, you're spending a lot of money, engaging in risky behaviors where you can hurt yourself. Whatever. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Think about these. I was just talking to a bunch of guys today from Buffalo,
always
from
dangerous.
Pittsburgh, all these places. Of course, L.A. is just chock full of a-holes from other parts of the country who come here and go nuts for their team. Here's the moratorium, by the way. Once you're, let's call it 5 years outside of your old town, you got to shut up about I am, all I do is work with guys from either the New England area or the Pittsburgh area, or Chicago, or New York, or Buffalo, and I'm just wedged in between these guys. Yeah. Most of them haven't been home for 8 years. That's all I hear. And God forbid their team makes this whole
Red Sox thing,
the whole Red Sox thing coming off the whole Patriots thing, and now going in, as the Red Sox, as the Patriots are winning or setting the record for most games won consecutively, the Sox are winning the World Series, and I'm just wedged in between hundreds of these a-holes.
Bostonians are known for being quiet and
they're reserved. They keep to themselves.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're gentry types, like from another era, or are they drunken and yelling at everybody constantly about their team? Here's the point. Please, people from other cities, please shut up. Please shut up.
Do they have to support Southern California teams?
No, just shut up. Just please shut up about your team.
There you go.
And I oftentimes wonder about it, like when you see people out here from different parts of the world and they're wearing the flag of their native whatever, and they put the sticker on their car. And how obnoxious would it be, by the way? You just, you move to Canada, or you move to France, or you move to England, and all of a sudden you're just draped in the American flag. You decide to paint your apartment building red, white, and blue, put stickers all over your car. You're insisting we have parades. It's the 4th of July in my country. We should... Really?
Yeah,
would you have huevos that big?
Would Americans ever do that?
I don't think they would, but I'll tell you what they will do. They will relocate from Pittsburgh or New England or New York, and they'll come to L.A., and it's nonstop Buffalo talk, nonstop Steelers talk, nonstop Patriots talk. Oh, please just stop it, everyone. And this is why we have to get a team in Los Angeles, because no one will shut up about their outside team until we can get a winning team here. All right. But the point is the team loses and the town's crushed. Pittsburgh loses, the town's Buffalo loses, towns people don't show up to work.
It's a suicide.
L.A., I don't think anyone even
knows.
No, people don't even speak English here anymore. They really don't. Like, they wouldn't know anything, would they?
I know.
Yeah, Lakers lose, and there's a couple of guys that are upset about it, but the town in general
moves along.
There's many. Half this town doesn't even know what basketball is, I don't think. Do they?
I wonder.
All right. Let's put it this way. I got my hair cut yesterday. Any of the 5 chicks who work at that hair place care if anyone loses or wins or anything?
No.
All right. Ashley?
Hi.
21?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I've been married for 3 years and been with a guy for about 5.5. And
since you were 16. Since you were 16 and married since you were 18.
Yes, so I've had no other boyfriends but him.
Yeah, we just don't. How old is he?
Same age, 21.
Wow. Oh, boy.
What's the problem?
Well, I swear, I hit 21, and I just want to go out and mingle and have fun and meet other people.
Uh-oh.
But I know, so my friends are telling me that to follow my conscience, but I don't know which way my conscience is leading me. So
what kind of friends do you have?
They're married. They're military. So my husband's in the military, so he's like never home. So I'm always alone, and it's terrible. And
follow your conscience means what? Don't do it, right?
Right.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
Right.
To me, it sounds like a sort of a subtle approval for going out and doing whatever.
Right.
Well, they're I think in their own retarded way are telling you not to do it, but they're not doing a great job expressing
that. You got to figure something out here, Ashley. If you're going to go out and cheat, maybe you ought to really think this marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
that's
children?
What I'm trying to find it. No children, no.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to
don't get pregnant. Do not assume that having a child is going to fix things, whatever you do.
All right, Drew, how big a tragedy is it to you if somebody who's been together since they were 16, they've never been with anyone else, they've been married for a relatively short period of time, but they got married super early.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, they're 21. They've been married for 3 years already, but there's no kids.
They should really think about stepping.
There's
they have the perfect out.
They're in the military, so they don't own anything. I mean, there's really nothing to divvy up. I mean, it's almost as if it's almost as easy as breaking up.
You know what it is? It's when the dealer steps away from the table. That's
I'm
what
done.
It is.
I'm out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, Drew, you get divorced now. You got the house, you got the property, you got the kids, you got you're getting sued. There's paperwork, there's lawyers. I mean,
and there's a life. You know what I mean? There's a family and a life and a history.
And a life. Yeah.
These are young people who were sort of concluding their adolescence together.
Ashley?
Yes.
How devastated do you think your husband would be if you guys broke up?
Very.
Very.
He would probably kill me, kill this other guy, and then kill himself.
Kill what other guy?
The guy you're going to cheat with?
No. I don't know. Okay, so I was at the beach walking my puppy, and this guy came up to me and was just talking. So we ended up talking for like 5 hours. So when we first, met, I was like, I'm married. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm not. But that didn't scare him away. So we were just talking and talking for like 5 hours. And yeah, he's so nice. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so curious.
5 hours. How many times did he call you dude in that 5 hours? 126 times?
No.
All right, so you met a guy and you're attracted to the guy.
Yes.
So just having male attention gets...
There is a guy that you have in mind.
You have a guy on deck.
Yes.
Yeah. And is he, do you have his phone number?
Yes.
And does he have your phone number?
No.
And your husband is out for months at a time?
Yes.
And you live on the base?
Yes.
Ugh.
And you've confided in friends of his that you're thinking about other guys?
It's not his friend, just some random guy on the...
No. You've confided...
In your friends.
You've talked to your friends who
know
are mutual
him.
friends.
Yes.
Yes.
Because, see, this is trouble, because one of them's going to drop your husband a line, and maybe this is what you wanted in the deep recesses of your mind. Hold on a second,
maybe
Ashley.
a little bit with the mental health services there at the base.
I kind of want to talk to Ashley a little bit more. Because you're 21, you don't have a kid, your husband's stationed in Hungary for 4 months, and there's some dude you meet rollerblading who's all ears for 5 hours. And what do you say to that?
You say, finish this marriage up. Don't just cheat. Finish the marriage up.
All right.
Because that'll give her, then she'll get it out of her system and think, okay, now I'm fine.
Do you think she can find him? By the way, what kind of Nimrod talks to friends of her husband about feelings of infidelity and cheating and stuff? Do you think in a part of deep recesses of her mind they wanted them to say something?
Maybe she needs chaos, too. She may be one of those people.
All right. We'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back after this. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, get it on. Gotta get it on. No choice but to get it on. Am I right, Drew?
You're right, yeah.
Oh, man, am I right? Hey, can't help but getting it on. Ashley's 21. Speaking of getting it on, met a dude on the beach, talked to him for 5 hours. Amazing how much wind a guy has in him before he gets laid.
Oh, that's not wind. That's just a lot of nodding.
A lot of nodding.
She's the one talking.
Yeah, but he's also
showing interest.
He's showing interest.
Yes.
Oh man, no. You see,
Deep interest.
I love when guys got that sort of rap. And you women, you compare guys. Here it's unfair too. Okay, see, Ashley's 21. She's with a guy. She's thinking about cheating. They've been married for 3 years. He's out. He's in the military.
And she's comparing this guy who's at work all the time for this guy who sits and listens to her for 5 hours.
Right. And what it is you're married, your husband comes home, he's tired, he's stressed out. It's like he's not listening. He doesn't. The new guy, oh, man, he says stuff like penny for your thoughts. Believe me, that guy will stop listening as soon as you guys get into the relationship and he hits his comfort zone.
What's weird is that kind of guy that's going to be listening like that to a married woman is really going to stop listening fast.
Right. Yeah, but right now he's Mr. Bobblehead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What, and I like the philosophies, too. Look, I may be old-fashioned, but I believe a woman should be worshipped. You do? Cherished. Really? I believe a woman's like a delicate flower. Really? You do? Yes. And
by the way, a straight guy, when he hears that stuff, just thinks women should be diving for cover when they hear that kind of crap from a man.
Right.
That is pure BS manipulation.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. But of course the new broom sweeps clean.
But why the more egregious the manipulation, the more they
buy into it. Yeah.
All the males go, ha, run.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with that guy? Something's up with him.
Oh, and they just do that thing where it's like, he yells at me for talking to my friends. I believe a woman should have diversity in her life.
Her thoughts should be cherished. Which is a plum.
Never raise your voice to a lady.
All right, let's finish up with Ashley.
I'm starting to make myself horny, Drew. Ashley?
You guys are great.
You talked to this guy for 5 hours. Lots of good answers. Lots of head nodding. Lots of philosophies about it.
But the problem is that this was your first boyfriend. You got married too early. This is what happens to early relationships. They sort of wind down. And before... And don't think you're going to somehow get it out of your system. The scarier thing is you're going to be with this guy and go, okay, now I'm done. And now another couple of years are going to go by, and you're going to again start feeling sort of unsatisfied, unsettled, and now there may be a kid. And no, come on.
I say a lady is like a beautiful bird. You let it fly away, and if it returns to you, then there's love.
Then it was yours.
Then it was meant to be.
Oh,
but if it doesn't return, if the beautiful butterfly doesn't return, then it wasn't meant to be.
Oh,
and right now you have to fly, my lady.
By the way, the translation on that is, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. All right, so Ashley, don't cheat with this guy.
Yeah, don't cheat. No. That's a dishonest thing to do.
You're not going to like yourself for it.
Yeah.
You're going to be that person.
But
The other thing is, though, like, I turned 21, so I want to start. I've been going to clubs and going out drinking with my friends.
Oh, well, that's better.
My husband doesn't like that.
Yeah. Now
But
you say hold on. You say your husband who's in the military will kill you, kill your boyfriend, kill everyone if he finds out.
Do you mean that?
Yeah.
You mean that?
Is he
would.
abusive?
No, not at all.
Why do you think he would?
Kill everybody?
Because he'd be definitely devastated. He'd be hurt.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily turn people into murderers.
That's what he told me. So I'm not
Well,
sure.
he told you he would kill, or he told you he would be hurt?
He would kill.
All right, well, that's why you got to get a
Whatever.
therapist. Go to the mental health services there, report all this, and see if you can get some help with this and get some safety around what's happening here.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are counselors there. Check it out, okay? This must happen all the time, too, with guys away for long periods of time.
I like to get up about 6 a.m.
By the way, he deserves a break. If he really wants to stay in this relationship, maybe they have a chance to work it out.
I'd go for a jog on the beach before I head over to the children's center. That's where I volunteer my time teaching retarded kids to surf. My feeling is that I let a retarded kid surf for free. If he comes back, it was meant to be. But if he keeps going out into the ocean,
you call lifeguards.
Then you got to call lifeguards. They get a medevac unit in there because he will drown. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191er. All right, you ready to move forward with the show, Drew?
Ready to rock out. Let's go.
We got Owen here, calling from Salem, Oregon. Owen?
Hello?
21. What's up, buddy?
Well, I just finished reading Dr. Drew's book, Cracked, and first I just want to say I really enjoyed it, and I think it's one of the better books on addiction out there.
Well, thanks, Owen. And someday my friends will read it, too.
Your friends haven't read it?
Yeah, isn't that shocking?
They've not read?
Well, one in particular. I mean, he's promised me many times.
I'm a fan, Drew. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a reader.
Yeah, I know. But your wife is.
She should read it to me.
She should. Let's blame her. It feels better.
All right. She should have read it to me by now.
She should have. I'm going to call her.
All right, Owen, go ahead.
Well, you mentioned in the book, Drew, you have a line that says, I believe that addiction is a function of evolutionary pressure on populations.
Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm. And I was wondering if you'd say a little bit more about that. I'm writing a paper about sort of a phenomenon connected to that.
I don't know of any objective scientific evidence to bear this out. However, what's so funny, my voice?
No, I was laughing at Chris, who I told to get the music for Chief Thunder Bear, and he looked for it on the computer for a while, and then Drew pointed out that, let me just say this, Chris.
Well, it's not my CD, I'm sorry.
I know it's not your CD, but this is your job. You got to have it. You put it somewhere, do something, you know what you do? Make a copy.
Make a copy, okay.
Yeah, and put your name on it,
right.
And then put it in a place where you know where it is.
Definitely.
There's nothing around here that doesn't take people by surprise.
Maybe radio, because you pointed out, we started the show by pointing out how the radio makes me behave differently, too. Maybe radio has some sort of vapor that sucks people's...
I would assume, then, that everyone was a genius outside of these walls.
Yes. Yeah,
because,
could be. I mean, it's possible.
Maybe it's radon gas that gets pumped into the studio.
Some sort of vapor.
People...
we lose our motivation.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what it is. But anyway, I told him to find the Chief thing, and he looked on the computer for a while, and then Drew said it was a CD.
Keep looking.
So look for the CD.
Yeah,
I was only laughing because he turned and looked at me and gave me that look in 70s movies when the doctor would lift his head up and pull his mask down. He's not going to make it. Yeah. That was that look, where we will not be having that CD. All right.
I have a feeling it's actually Michelle's. She brought it in, her own.
You think she took it?
I think it's her own thing. I do.
I think she left it because I think we have played it when she wasn't here. All right, let's keep going.
Okay, so Owen, this is simply an observation. If you look at populations where there is the most intense biological predisposition for this disease, if you look at the globe and see where addiction has a very high prevalence.
Where is that? Russia?
And a very high intensity, well, you find Scotland, Ireland, Central Europe, and North American Indians. And if you,
how dare you, Drew? You're judging.
No, I'm what do they call it? I'm profiling.
You're profiling.
I'm profiling.
You're saying that every single person of Scottish descent has a problem with alcohol?
No, I'm not saying
they don't all have a problem.
No.
Well, then you're profiling.
So what
you're
saying
using race to profile, Drew.
That these are.
No, I'm not going to listen anymore.
Don't listen.
I can't.
Please don't listen. Please don't listen. Please don't listen.
You're saying that we're not individuals, okay? You're judging.
I'm saying we're biological
but
beings.
Adam, in the book, he also says that such people tend to be smarter, more sensitive, and richer. So he's saying good things, too.
But you can't say good things. Like, you can't say black guys have big penises or have a good vertical leap. That's profiling and judging and racism. Anytime you draw a distinction between anything that lives, that's profiling, that's judging.
When you say a gerbil is different than a rabbit, how dare you?
Judgment,
how dare you?
Judging.
So let's use a little judgment here again. So particularly isolated populations like Ireland and Scotland, what is it about those populations that they all have in common? Well, if you kind of examine that, they've had genocidal military assaults over multiple generations, repeated generational assaults. And what I see is that populations that are severely distressed like that, or severely stressed, what tends to emerge is the survivors tend to carry with them this gene for alcoholism. And so alcoholism is really a survivor gene. That what is natural selection but the survival of the fittest. Now, no one says just because the fittest survive and are more capable of surviving in adversity that they don't bring with them some other problems. Now, if we didn't distill spirits and screwed around with hydroponics and create benzodiazepines and Vicodin, these people would just be better survivors.
What about lewds?
And lewds.
That's what my people are into.
I have one quick follow-up question. Yeah. Do you think it's more of a genetic thing? Like, is it just the genes that get passed down, or is there something sort of sociological in these populations?
It's not sociological. There are always environmental elements. It's about 60% of it is accounted for on genetics alone, and about 40% on environment. I would suggest you look up the work of a fellow by the name of Mark Schuckett at UC San Diego.
Can you spell it?
I think it's SCHUKIT.
Drew, it's important not to profile.
It's important.
It's very important because here's the problem.
We cannot judge.
Well, profiling, you start profiling, then you start judging. And, if my kid ever got abducted and they send over one of those FBI profilers, I would tell him, get back in your beige LTD and haul your ass back to Quantico, Virginia. I will have I will have no profiling done in this house. No, it's very dangerous. You certainly don't want...
It's a slippery slope.
Yes. I mean, sure...
If we start seeing patterns in human populations, next thing,
can't judge.
We'll start genocide.
Yeah.
Or we'll start...
Here's the point. Here's what I really love about the retarded profiling point, which is, just because of 85% of kids that are abducted by somebody they know that lives within a 3-block radius and is usually like a white male between the age of 30 and 45.
Spewing the devil's words.
I know, but it's like, so are you saying that every white male within a 3-mile radius is guilty? No. Well, then you can't do it. Like, that's really
That's the logic.
That's the logic. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Listen, everybody, profiling, good thing. That's why they have profilers. That's what they use. This is how they just figure out who's got your kid.
That's how probability works, how science works. That's how it works.
Yeah. Here's what you do. Every time a kid gets abducted, you do a little sheet, and you go, what color was the dude? Oh, it was a guy. So it was a male, and he was how old? And he was what color?
Where'd he live?
And he lived and he had a prior relationship. All right. Next time it happens, we'll go out and look for that guy. That's how it works.
Well,
That's why they keep records.
After those checks are made 14 times in a row,
just patterns start to emerge. There you go.
Yeah.
Can't do it, though. All right. Oh, ACLU suing Logan Airport, by the way, for profiling.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they're doing the Lord's work over there. They really are. Okay. You ready to rock?
We need to bring this airport. By the way, have the airport's gotten worse?
I guess. That? I don't know. It's all disaster, and it's all nobody wants to. These other countries must be laughing their asses off at this country. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Chris, how'd you do over there with the Chief Thunderbear music?
I'm gonna call her tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Copy. Or do you want me to call her right now?
No. You sure it's not in that pile?
I looked all over.
All right. Okay. All right, buddy. Let's talk to Monica. It's 21.
Hey, Adam, I just want to tell you that I had the biggest crush on you since you were on 88.5.
Yeah.
Drew, you are right about the girls wanting the guys that other girls all want.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that.
I was reading a book written by a woman tonight where she was talking about how women have a tendency to want to have something while their peers have nothing. You know what I mean? That's sort of the basic impulse is, I'm going to have it and you have nothing.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they're cruel women, very cruel, and that's why you got to set them free and then slam the goddamn window. Draw the drapes and go in and start beating off to some softcore Cinemax porn.
Nice.
That's what they say, Drew.
That's what they say.
If you love someone, you got to toss them.
And beat off
you got to pull the door, and then you beat off to Savage Island. 1980s trilogy on Cinemax. All right, go ahead, Monica.
All right, so I knew I could get you start talking to me about this because of how you feel about right-wing people. So I was brought up in an extremely religious background, and I pretty much have been traumatized and about how proper relationship with guys. So.
What, you're religious? Your family's religious?
Very religious. Christian, so...
Catholic?
I guess I can't really even look at guys in the eye before to, like, have, like, a serious kind of relationship to, like, let people in, right?
What is it you're afraid is going to happen?
Because I like to save myself for marriage. I don't think that a lot of, I don't think I can really have like a proper social life.
Are you afraid that you're going to, if you even open the door to a relationship, you'll sort of slip into a sexual relationship and be unable to sort of prevent that from happening?
Right.
Well, that's not necessarily true, right, Monica?
I don't know because I don't want to sound conceited or anything, but I'm pretty attractive and I'm young and I think I would like to think I have a lot going for me. And
well, but maybe there's maybe you'll find a guy that's willing to wait for that.
Are you a virgin?
No, I'm not.
Well, now I'm very confused.
I've in high school. I mean, I messed around, but now I want to actually, be serious and.
Wait, Monica, we are very, very confused. And this, I guess, is what certain kinds of...
Did you have a boyfriend, and did you have sex with him?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you have a boyfriend in high school?
Uh-huh.
Yes, all right.
I've had a boyfriend in high school. Yeah, I've had a boyfriend in high school. And, yeah, we used to sleep together. But now I want to kind of... save myself for marriage now.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't save yourself.
I'd like to go back and I'd like to quarterback my Pop Warner football team too, Drew. I feel like I could quarterback the East Valley Trojans Gremlin team.
I don't know about that, but
when I was playing at the time, I was only 8 or 9, and they had me playing defensive tackle, and I feel like I play quarterback now.
Okay, well you can save yourself for that.
I go back and do that.
That's nice.
All right, I got to get going.
Let's go.
I got to run through some tires. Yeah, all right. She wants to save herself for marriage all over again.
Yeah.
Okay,
Monica.
Well, look, Monica.
That's a retarded logic.
Drew, please, would you hawk up something? Look, I understand you don't want to run up. Maybe you don't want to run your numbers up.
Well, yeah, you don't want to have a sleep with a guy. That's fine. But to save yourself, it's too late. You made a decision, and you didn't save yourself, and that's fine. And if you don't want to have a particularly sexual relationship, that's fine too. You will find a guy that's interested in that. But why is it? You said you were abused, right?
No, I didn't say that.
You said the religious orientation abused you or traumatized you. You said traumatized you.
Yeah, I think so.
What was the trauma? Describe to me what the nature of the trauma was.
Very, very strict. Everything was, everything was from the devil. I couldn't really do anything.
So you're going to go to you're going to live in hell if you have sex again, right?
Or the first time. Like, Monica, let's forget about all this nonsense.
But maybe she should talk to a clergy who can sort of straighten her out a little bit, because this is sort of you're all over the place with your thinking, and because of this
thinking.
You're
calling that thinking?
Because of the thinking, though, she is unable to have a relationship with a peer, which is sad.
Yeah.
And so it's time to go out there and actually have. I'm sure a clergy that is worthwhile would spend time talking to you about sort of reconciling all of
get on with your life. Are you living at home, Monica?
Yeah.
All right, get out of the house. Where are you going, junior college?
Yeah.
Shocking. How about you get out of junior college, you get out of your crappy house, you get a decent job, you get a roommate, and you get going with your life? You're 21. When are you going to... What's going on with junior college?
She's waiting to be...
Engineer Chris, hold your ears for a second.
She's waiting to be plucked, you see.
Yeah, just go get a job.
Take care of yourself.
Get a roommate, get out of the house, and start becoming an adult. You're 21. Listen, I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I really do. You know, we live in a society where if parents smoke around their kids, we want to call that child abuse. Yeah. But if they fill their head with fairy tales about the devil and the God and Jesus Christ and the personal relationship, or they're Jehovah's Witnesses, or they're Quakers or Shakers or Amish, they don't let their kids use stuff that plugs in, or they're Hasidic Jews. The kids can't turn on power equipment on a Saturday. That's not abuse. What, do you think those kids would naturally drift into your retarded religion if you just left them alone? Stupid kid's got the chaos growing off the side of his head, and he's wearing a bowler and dressed like Harrison Ford in The Accused. What was that movie?
Can't remember.
Witness. But look, that's abuse. What they do to these people is abuse, Drew.
But on Monica's behalf, she has a religious belief, and because she's afraid and feels guilty, she is concocting all kinds of ways of trying to reconcile these things.
Yes.
She needs to sit down with somebody who helps her reconcile.
Yes.
Is consistent with her own beliefs. They're not going away, Adam. They're not going to go away.
It'd be nice if they just
went away. They're not going away. So she needs to sit down and talk about what the fact that she had sex, what does that mean? Does she need to make amends for that? How does she plan going forward and not hide that there's certainly any clergy's not going to have her hide herself.
But look, you're not going to get anything out of the idiots at the junior college. Mm-hmm. Get out of that junior college. You're 21. You're wasting your time. You're wasting my tax dollar. You're wasting everyone's time. Just get out of the junior college. Get a job. Get a roommate. Get out of the house.
Well, that certainly she needs just for her own well-being. Competency. She needs some competency.
And listen to me, all you screwed up kids out there with your idiot parents. Get out of the house. Get out. And don't give me that, oh, you can't. I got out of the apartment. I moved into a one-bedroom with the Wheeze. But you remember the place? It was on Laurel Canyon, North Hollywood. It was for like $425 a month. All we had to do was come up with about $220, $215 each, and we were out of there.
Oh, to get it?
Yeah. I mean, to get into the apartment. Yeah. You can get a one-bedroom for $400 or $500. I mean, you got to get a roommate. And you get like a futon. You put it down there. Me and the Wheeze doubled up on the phone.
I know. I was just reading a book review today about how Abraham Lincoln must have been gay because he slept next to a man. Well,
me and the Wheeze.
You and Wheeze.
Well, I think it was the oral that made us gay. But the point is,
even that.
I slept next to my buddy on the same futon for a year and a half just to get out of my crappy house. Just get out. And believe me, I didn't have a job. I made $8 an hour. I didn't have any insurance. Didn't have anything. He didn't have anything either. We both had crap. Just get a crappy job. Get out of the house. Start fending for yourself. Start making things work for yourself.
Start cleaning carpets.
Start cleaning carpets. And I don't mean oral sex on women. I mean actually getting a steam unit
Monica
out.
Was a beautiful woman. Think about how many more opportunities she would have than a guy like you at 20. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're a good-looking chick, you just get a job hostessing at an upscale restaurant or bar backing or something. You get a lot of tips, and you get some rich boyfriend. Just everyone, quit the junior college. Get out. I would like to go on a junior college speaking engagement where I just start yelling at everyone. Get out of the house. All right, everyone, here's what it is. Adam Carolla will be speaking in the auditorium today at 1. Everyone gathers in. Thank you for coming. Get out.
Get out of here. Move.
I look at my watch. What time? What day is it? It's Tuesday. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Get out. Go to work, you idiots. Get out of here. Shoo, go. And I was like, junior college people are so stupid. All you got to do is make a loud noise. They're like seals, I just start making noise. They all start scattering. So I just run out and they just go get a job. That's it. Then I start turning into the junior colleges and, as you know, the penal systems. Work camps. Work them out.
That'd be good.
Yeah, start making cheap knockoff belts and Gucci purses and stuff like that.
No license plates?
No, because I got to cash in.
Oh, that's right.
I don't see anything off the plates. All right. And that'd be great. Speaking, I would tour the entire country speaking to junior college kids, just screaming. And I would use an Asian. I use a Asian interpreter. I get a Japanese, Chinese.
Those people, you don't want them to leave.
That's right. That's why I use interpreter. Well, you would be saying, "Don't leave" in the native tongue.
An interpreter. He would just use
the white people wouldn't hear. They wouldn't understand.
Yeah, just different speech.
Yeah. So before
finish up quick. Before
I went up and in there, it'd be like, first, Chow Yun Fat has something to say, and he'd just be like, "Ning yang yang wang wang," and everyone just be nodding their head, and he'd be saying something like, Do not mind the man with the Brillo head. Do not stay in your seats.
Study hard.
Then I just come in and start screaming, "Get out, you losers! Get out!" And they all leaves all the Asians.
To finish up. Go to college.
Transfer, get the nursing certificate, whatever it is, and then we all have a great society. All right? Thank you.
If we get the morning after pill and those
Thank you.
And the ACLU out of there.
Chris, what's going on, buddy?
I'm sorry, did you say something?
28? 20. You're in junior college, right?
Yes.
When are you wrapping up, buddy?
I don't know.
It's coming, though, right?
Yeah.
About 2
now, wait
years?
a minute. You should have started. You should have finished up that math class from last semester.
I did.
What are you studying this? What are you studying this semester?
Biology.
Biology.
Why don't you tell us?
Okay. Well,
Drew could help
it hasn't started yet.
I took a biology class in junior college, but as soon as we went into the lab, I was like,
You're done.
shine this
That's
noise.
true.
Why haven't you started yet? It's January.
Hasn't started yet.
Okay. What'd you take? Last semester you took the math.
Yes.
Now you take one biology class?
Yeah, it's with the lab, though.
With the lab. But what time does that start? 4 in the afternoon?
Something like that.
The lab, yeah.
All right. No, I mean the class.
The class.
And then when
if you have any questions, biology was my major in college.
Drew will help you. And then when you graduate, now you finish the biology class.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then I get my AA.
Oh, you will graduate?
Yeah.
After the biology class?
Yes.
That's all you need to graduate?
All I need to graduate.
Oh, we got to make
with
sure
an
he
AA.
gets this. We got to make sure he passes this.
All right, but I'm still going to do some math because you'll be 29 with your AA, so that's 11 years for a 2-year
I'll be
degree.
28.
28. You'll have it at 28.
Well, yeah, I just turned 28.
Okay, so 28. That's different. So 10 years for a 2-year degree, so it's 20 years for a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
I'm doing the math.
Yeah.
So 20 years, you'll be 48. You'll have your 4-year.
Give or take, yeah.
And you'll be able to start in the mailroom. All right, buddy. I'm going to get you. You know what you got to get into? Welding. That's where the money is.
All right.
I'm going to get you a trade. Then where you transfer? Do you transfer to a 4-year school?
Yes.
And then what?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. I could fast track you if you wanted. I could get you a trade. I could start learning your trade.
We're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna have a visit from Chief Thunderbear.
No, we're not, because we don't have the music, and he won't come in here.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Without the music?
He will not.
Oh,
I talked to him. He's playing Tetris. He's very upset. Says he needs the music. Can't do it.
Since when?
He
well, then how about a conclusion to Submarine Ripoff, whatever our story was called?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't worked that one out. All right, buddy.
All right.
So there'll really be nothing when we come back.
Yeah.
All right, after this. Yeah. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Well.
What do you think about Thunderbear? What do you say?
I talked to him out in the hall.
Yeah.
He wasn't excited about it, but some kids came down to watch the show.
See what I'm saying?
And the kids really wanted to see Chief Thunderbear, and he's not a fan of children. But I told them they're refugees from the tsunami, and they were
Australian tourists.
Yeah.
They don't look Asian.
No, they don't look Asian, but Thunderbear, he only knows, he knows Sunni, he knows a few other Mohawk, he knows a few other American Indian tribes, and that's about it. I don't think he knows the difference between Filipino or Vietnamese or any of this kind of stuff. I told him, and I don't want to tell him any differently, that these kids that are here tonight were refugees from the tsunami, and he wanted his, he doesn't go anywhere without his tribal tom-tom music, but he said he'd come in here because it was for them.
That's nice. Okay, good.
Yeah. So you want me to get him?
Yeah, would you? Well, should we hear about Julia really quick first so we can sort of set this up?
What's the best, most effective method of abortion?
You can probably help out with that. Maybe?
All right. Well, why don't you talk to her?
All right.
I'll get him.
All right.
Now, look, he knows, he speaks Choctaw.
He's been coming up with a remarkable amount of English recently.
He has, because I think he's from watching a lot of American TV.
Yeah.
And he's been staying here stateside.
I find it very unsettling when he speaks English.
He's a gynecologist. He's American Indian. He's very spiritual. Let me go get him.
All right. And Julia?
Dr. Drew?
Hi. Chief Thunderbear, the North American Choctaw speaking only, hopefully.
All right.
Gynecologist will be in here in a second.
Thunderbear!
Here he comes.
Thunderbear!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. What's your question?
I was gonna schedule an abortion, but I am kind of nervous about surgery. Plus, I knew someone who had I think it's RU486. Is that the name of the pill that causes a miscarriage?
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt you one second here. Oh, my goodness. Chief Thunderbear, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, hey.
I appreciate that.
Hey,
I know. I'm sorry, Chief. He's very upset, Chris, that you didn't. He can tell that the music wasn't here for him. What do you call that? A tom-tom?
Yeah,
so he can say his prayers, so he can feel like a
100 years of junior college.
So he can feel that he's in his home territory.
Buried in the quad.
Well, that's sacred territory, Chief.
Buried at the snack shack.
That's sacred territory for the junior college students, Chief. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you for the blessing.
Yeah, hey, one hey with the rain dance.
I know. Yes, it's been wild weather, and do you have an unrain dance? Can you perhaps do for us?
No.
We'll get back to the girl with the abortion. Okay, yes. Okay. So yes, Julia's calling, and Chris, please get us some coffee. I mean, he's mad enough about not having the tom-tom music.
Warm up. Yeah,
come on, let's go. He's learned the word warm up. It's pretty good. Chris, don't laugh at him. He's quite serious. I know. Junior college.
No.
Yeah. Not a check.
Yeah.
It's a big problem in our country. Yes, I know. Sorry, but you could straighten them out. You could show them some crafts too. There could be a Chief Thunderbear line of technical schools even.
Yeah,
think about that.
Yes, learn to hunt buffalo.
Yes, okay. So Julia is looking for she has a friend who had an abortion, chemical abortion with probably RU-46 or something like that.
Drink poison stream water and papoose come shooting out.
Okay, and what's your question, Julia?
I was just wondering what do like most people do? I mean, obviously you're not a woman, but like is the
hang on, the Chief is offended. Hold on a second. Hang on, Julia. Hold on, the Chief. The Chief is looking to the gods in the skies. He's looking for strength. Yeah, he's looking for inner strength, so he doesn't yell at Julia because he too has experienced
pre-op transsexual.
Well, he apparently has been in touch with the soul of both men and women, and in his spiritual journeys.
Threesome reach around.
So I beg your pardon. So Julia, what again is the question?
Does it? I mean, I'm kind of concerned about the pain factor, and like I'm really squeamish about surgery. I don't know if that would be the best route for me.
Like a vacuum.
Do you know what most people? I mean, what most.
I don't know what the data is, how it breaks down right now, but you're in the first trimester there. Chief, would you agree?
First.
I'm like 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
I think.
Go ahead, Chief. I'll translate.
Translate.
Okay. You're early in your pregnancy, and there are a couple of options. One of them, you can have a vacuum abortion. Chemical abortion. That, Chris, was his coffee order. You got that? You got it? Chris can't go to Starbucks tonight. It's raining too hard, okay?
None latte, extra.
Sorry, Chief. But Julia, those are the basic options, and continue.
Well,
and the chemical chemical option is not so bad. They actually, there's some bleeding and cramping for a few days afterwards, but that's about it. And the vacuum, you're done immediately after the procedure, but it is sort of a surgical procedure, but very, very safe.
Yeah, wet, dry dustbuster.
What about? Well, the Chief was wondering, what about adoption? What about actually having the pregnancy?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. My boyfriend wouldn't want to give it up, and I don't want to really have a baby.
But you wouldn't.
Thunderbear raised by wolves.
Why are you grabbing your breast when you say that, Chief?
Given up as young papoose.
And you breastfed at the teat of a wolf.
Suckled the teeth
of wolves.
That's what gave spirit.
I bet.
Fighting power.
I see that.
More coffee, please.
Oh, my God. Your English is getting very, very clear.
That's why good at Tetris.
Doctor, can I ask you another question really quick?
Yes, Julie.
Rear of buffalo.
Even though I'm terminating, I've been getting pretty strong cramps anyways.
Yeah.
Is that like a bad sign for pregnancy?
Well, Chief, you'll agree with me, it could mean an ectopic pregnancy. So if you get bleeding and the cramping gets severe, you need to go to a hospital right away.
But what does ectopic mean?
Consult own medicine, man.
Tubal pregnancy.
Oh.
In the tube. And so it's something to be very cautious about. That can be quite devastating if it gets really going. Mm-hmm. And it's time to go quick. As soon as possible, go to a place that has proper counseling for this sort of thing.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if I can get a medical coupon from DSHS.
Oh, boy. Well, let's do it quick. You don't want to get through that past that first trimester.
Teach off government.
Okay. Thanks for your help, you guys.
All right, Jay. Good luck.
I
too. Yes, I know. I have mixed feelings about helping somebody with an abortion. I know. Abortion's not a good
thing. Next president.
Well, no, probably not.
Or a junior college with Chris.
More probably. But nonetheless, I think adoption is something that should be encouraged. I agree with you. Thank you. Well, thank you for the blessing, and thank you for the help with Julia. And yes, go ahead. Return to Tetris. Yes. And Chris, next time, have the music. Have the coffee. Chief, please. I've never heard him curse anybody before, but he is.
Should grow head and ground like onion.
He is putting a curse on you, Chris. I'm sort of chilled and getting goosebumps. It's a scary thing.
May you slip in buffalo flop.
Until this minute, I didn't know that the chief was Yiddish.
May you have wet dream and teepee tonight.
Chris, don't look away. Look right at it. Makes it worse.
May tomahawk get rash on it.
Chief. He just didn't bring you coffee. Relax.
I gotcha.
I know the music. I know. It's tough.
Yeah.
Well, just think of the music when you're out playing Tetris. How's your wife? Well, which one?
All
of them?
Wow. Squaw, pain in ass.
Oh, she TP flooded?
TP flood.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry.
TP flood. Squaw, no listen. Pain in ass.
Well, interesting.
Should have been aborted.
You said that Adam had a problem like that with his wife, too, where she wouldn't check the drain and his pool room flooded. I know, just like you. Oh. Sorry. Okay. Well, Tetris. It'll calm you down. Enjoy, Chief.
She sit in TP, watch TiVo.
And
Thunder Bear, labor like Mexican in rain.
He is in quite a way tonight. More cursing. Same for Chris. More for Chris. Oh, boy.
Kiki won that Tetris.
Okay, enjoy. Thank you, Chief. And Chris, what are we going to do? You need one of those like dream catchers or something to sort of fend off evil spirits because, boy, bad way tonight. There he goes. Oh, he's going to go Chris Carolla now, too.
That was harsh.
Okay, well, let's take some more calls here anyway. Oh, hey, he was in quite a way tonight.
How'd that go?
Chris, how would you say that went?
Not so well for me.
Yeah, he was cursed, and he cursed his wife. He was really kind of...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He didn't seem like he was in a good mood.
Yeah,
he has a lot of women.
He's a passionate man.
Yeah. They had a Super Tramp, they're playing a super set of Super Tramp over there in Arrow, so I didn't catch much of it. Yes, listen to that.
Yeah, good.
All right, you ready to keep going?
Here we go.
Vanessa?
Yes, sir. Yes. 19?
Yes.
What's up?
My son is 2 years old, and he has, since this morning, it looked like he had an infection on his penis, and he's not circumcised, and it started with like a little ball on the top of his penis underneath his foreskin. It looked like the size of a marble. And I took him a bath, and it was gone. The thing is that it looked still affected. So I called the doctor, and it was a doctor on call because it's Sunday, and he said just to put antibiotics on it. Thing is that today, right now, it's like it went all the way down, and his whole penis is huge. It's swollen.
Okay, you should go to the hospital. There's
swollen. Why would it be swollen?
It's a cellulitis infection.
I asked the doctor why would that happen because he was with the babysitter all day yesterday, and he said it was probably because it's normal for boys to have it. He said because they like to scratch themselves, and he probably had gotten a little scratch and he's probably gotten infected.
Yes, to get the little thing on the tip, but to have the whole penis swell up and get infected, that's a concern.
Do you not trust the babysitter?
Well, I don't trust nobody with my kid, actually.
because I have two boys, and the other one has a diaper rash when I went to pick up both of them, and now my son don't have a diaper rash when he's with me. He don't get it, but when he's with her, he gets it. So I don't know if it's the babysitter's fault, or I was thinking, you know what? I remember when I had them.
Hold on, what do you think the babysitter does? Craps into the kid's diaper while the diaper's wearing it? While the kid's wearing the diaper, just like he actually pulls the Huggies and then just drops the dump and then ropes it around and sends the kid back out to the yard?
It doesn't change the diaper real fast.
Is that what it is? Yeah. All right. Hey, let's try to figure out what
happened to Vanessa.
Yeah. Vanessa, anything happened to you? Ever abused in any way?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My mom's been married My mom's been married like 4 times. I don't know, because I kind of like
those guys.
Away.
Anybody do anything bad to you growing up?
Well, I don't remember. I block everything.
Well, we just find it awkward or interesting that you would say that no one else should be trusted with your kid, and you have a deep understanding that bad things can happen, and yet you turn your kids over to people who are not taking care of your kids adequately.
Well, it's not a rich woman.
I mean, I'm a single mom, and I have to work, and this lady was my coworker's mom. And she ended up with my kids one day because I ended up in the hospital and I have no family around me, and she was the only one that
All right. Listen, let's not get into that for a second.
Wow.
I'm just curious about your past. And by the way, can you stop crapping out the kids, please?
19, too.
You're 19. You got 2 kids you got to screw up. 2 boys, by the way, so, they can be criminals.
They can be criminals?
They're going to be criminals, of course.
Why?
At least start cranking out some girls so we can get a nice, fresh batch of strippers. The boys end up being criminals.
Wow.
How dare you? Oh, yeah.
Why?
It's horrible. But here's the thing, Mom. First off, no more kids. Please, no more kids.
Well, I have an IUD right now.
There you go.
Good. Secondly, what do you mean you don't know if you were ever abused?
Well, I mean, man, because tell you the truth, my brother, I know for a fact that he was abused.
Mm-hmm. He was, right.
But
what's your brother doing now?
Well, he's at Job Corps. He's at Job Corps right now.
Right. And Job Corps is prison with a shovel.
And a purpose.
That's what Job Corps is.
And a mission.
It's a camping trip for criminals. That's where you get in a bunch of trouble, and instead of go to jail, your last chance is you get to go to Job Corps.
The only person that's gotten in trouble between me and my brother is me. I mean, my brother's basically the angel between us both.
Well, if the angel of the family's at Job Corps, that's a tough family.
Well, because he can't support himself. I mean, he's
what happened to you?
Mommy to help him. Me.
What did you do? Mm-hmm.
What do I do?
You said you got in trouble. What did you do?
Well, since I was 15, my mom kicked me out of the house, and
yeah, because you were all over the place.
No, I was actually a good person, but my family screwed up.
A student, never did any drugs. Your mom just booted you at 15.
Well, actually, I started smoking weed because my family would always put me down, and so I would do that so I could get away from all that mental.
Here's listen, Vanessa, I'm only coming down on you because you got 2 kids. You were victimized,
clearly,
and grew up in a bad family. And my only wish for society is that people like yourselves who were victimized can, get a little education, get a career, get a relationship, do this, and a little therapy, by the way, for the abuse that you've been through.
Yeah, you shouldn't be in jobs
you should not be parenting children.
Shouldn't be teaching.
You shouldn't. But by the way, you shouldn't be flying commercial aircraft either. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of things you shouldn't do when you're 19 and you have 9th grade worth of education and an abuse history. There's a whole litany of things you shouldn't do. For some reason, if you put parent on there, that you become a horrible person. Oh, well, Hitler. I see. No, I don't want you doing that, just like I don't want you running a piece of complicated equipment. Where you could
that you don't know how to run.
That you don't know how to run, where you could actually... And by the way, we won't let you do any of those other things, except for the kids part. That, you get to do as much as you like. So, Vanessa, no more kids. Take the one to the hospital. just because you were abused doesn't mean people are looking to abuse your kids. On the other hand,
you're the kind of person who will find an abuser to
watch out for the guy you're attracted to and bring home.
But I'm very concerned about the swelling of the soft tissue around the penis, because that can be a serious thing sometimes.
Well, because the doctor didn't seem so concerned when I told him. And
why don't you call him again? Again, you keep hearkening back to the little ball in the tip.
I took him. I'm scared to go to the hospital actually, because last week I took him twice. And another thing about that is I had CPS on me because he had a stomach virus and he wasn't eating right. So I took him to the hospital and they gave me some respiratories. Is that what it's called? You stick them annually?
Suppository.
Suppositories. The thing is that they put one in him at the hospital. They gave me some. I got home. I tried it like 6 hours later. He wouldn't let me. Now, I didn't force him. I'm not going to force. I mean, I know I'm supposed to because he already gave me a big old lecture. I'm supposed to. I'm just not used to it, and I don't feel right forcing my son to stick something up his butt. That's how I feel. I mean, and I talked to other ladies. Well,
given that it will stop his vomiting and allow him to take fluids and save his life.
Yeah, I understand. That's what the CPS guy told me. But, I mean, trying.
Well, so here's your choice. He can have a little bit of discomfort with the suppository or die. These are the choices.
Okay, Mom. This is Mom, everybody.
Yeah.
And
CPS twice, hospital twice.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Now, everybody, just close your eyes and picture what the young boys are doing about 15 years from now, 16 years from now. All right. College bound, tax paying. Future fathers of the year.
But after all that chaos, how could they ever contain? It's hard to know.
All right.
Well, listen, Vanessa.
I'm just saying,
all right, Vanessa,
don't we see this?
Ask for help, Vanessa. Ask CPS, ask the hospital. Maybe some visiting nurses can come by. You need some help. You need some structure.
Yes.
You really do need help.
You're doing the best you can, but you're 19. You got a ninth grade education, and you're trying to raise two boys.
You're doing 50 times the job that Adam would do if he'd had 2 children at 19.
I would complain about me if I had the kids. I don't have the kids.
You would be better off with, goldfish.
Yes.
You could barely handle goldfish at 19.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I did, however, give a goldfish a suppository.
Oh, that's a skill.
Yeah.
I like to see that, by the way.
I ironically fed him one of those goldfish crackers right up his rectum.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was sort of life imitating art. It was interesting.
I bet.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Chris, what's happening, brother?
What's up?
We'll take a quick break.
Hey, watch out for Thunderbird when you go back out in the hall.
Yeah, don't. If you're going down the hall, don't head toward the Jock Lounge.
Right.
Head toward the arrow, where the vending machines are. All right, take a quick break. Be right back after this. Yeah, buddy. Loveline. I'm the one known as Ace. That's Dr. Drew. Forget about that phone number. Let's help the kids.
Yeah.
Okay, dating girls, her boyfriend moved out of state. I want to talk to Nicole, though.
Okay.
Nicole, you're 25. What's up, baby doll?
Okay, I just moved to LA from New York because I ended a 2-year roller coaster relationship and thought that 3,000 miles would be a lot of distance and it would be good for me, and it has been, but I still find the need to talk to the person that I left. I still have it's almost like this addiction. I need to talk to him. I need his approval. I'm
How long were you two together?
We were friends first, and then we were together for about 1.5 years or so.
And then you broke up, and when has it been? A few months?
Yeah, we ended everything, I guess, the beginning of October, and he...
Tell us more about the roller coaster. What happened?
It was weird. It was I don't know, it wasn't a typical everyday, relationship. We didn't have, a boyfriend-girlfriend status.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, we were a couple.
Yeah.
So it was just really weird. It started out being a friends with benefits.
We didn't have boyfriend-girlfriend status, but we were
this
is him getting laid.
Yeah, this is what I call the Carrie Bradshaw syndrome.
Yeah, but the thing was too, there was a lot of there were a lot of emotions involved.
On your part, Nicole. I understand that,
no,
but not on his.
And the weird thing is too is that people say oh, on your part, but it was also on his part too, because he would say things to me I'd tell him you make me feel safe, and he'd be I'm glad I make you feel safe. I want to I want to be there for you and this and that.
Nicole,
yeah.
And you believe that crap?
Well, because I knew him as a person, and I believed it. And yes, I'm not stupid for believing it, and I know that now.
So he was not having emotions. You were having emotions.
Well,
he was manipulating.
Whatever.
Whatever. But the fact is,
it's done.
You need to be in a
and you have to understand, there was an abortion in there and everything too.
Fabulous.
So there's a lot of
here's the deal.
Sure.
You need to be.
And that was all him, because he was like, I'm not ready. We can't do this. Da da da. And I pretty much went against everything I believed in and wanted.
All right. Listen to me, Nicole. Here's the thing. Don't try to talk yourself into it or out of it or around it. It just was. You had a relationship like millions and millions of other people do. It didn't work out. It's 3,000 miles away from you now. There's a healing period that takes place. Yes, you obsess on the person. Yes, you think about the person. It's brutal. There's nobody that hasn't gone through it. As a matter of fact, the only people that haven't gone through it you don't want to hang out with.
Here's the problem I see, though. She's 25. The time to go through that kind of relationship is 17, where the longing is more important than the relationship.
Yeah.
And so the fact that at 25 you're still
went through it at 25.
But can't get over a relationship in which you're just longing for somebody and yet can't land a real relationship with them means that you had a horribly abandoning father. He was not available at all or died or whatever.
But that's the thing. My dad is actually the closest person in my life.
Even when you were growing up.
Even when I was growing up, my dad was always there for me. Both my parents were. My parents have been married. They're going to be married 27 years. I'm not from a divorced home.
Well, then,
I love my family.
Was this your first relationship?
I guess I've only been involved with one other person.
All right, so you're doing this all later in life than you should have.
Yeah,
you should have done this at 18.
It's because I don't trust people very easily because I don't want to get hurt.
All right, you did.
Well, you did.
It's time to learn from this one, and as Adam said, just get on with it. This is just something you're just late doing.
Fine.
Everyone goes through it, as Adam said.
It has to happen.
There you go.
And by the way, you're from New York. No Mets or Jets talk around the office.
Thank you. She's in Hawthorne now. How could she?
Just please don't bug everyone with your beloved Jets and Mets talk. Nonstop Yankees and Jets and Mets talk. All right?
Here we go.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Show, everybody. God bless you for listening. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
And they gave me some respiratories. Is that what it's called? You stick them annually?
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Gould. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.